The winter 2021 anime season is stacked with quality series that are sequels and originals alike that has something for everyone. Yet despite that, Wonder Egg Priority has managed to stand out the most amongst the competition. Throwing its hat in the ring as an early frontrunner for one of the most compelling anime of the year, praises are sung across the board for its wonderful animation and excellent characters that Cloverworks has given top priority. Those puns definitely weren't intended, by the way, so don't call me cringe in the comments, please. Keeping up with the discourse around it weekly has been a true joy, with thoughtful analysis and rampant speculation about its newest episodes, and at the time of writing, there will be 3 more episodes until it comes to its conclusion. With that said, this series deals with a range of sensitive topics with the potential to be triggering, including bullying and suicide, that I would be aware of before you watch any of these episodes. For this video, however, I want to focus on the premise of Wonder Egg Priority because of its roots in the world of gacha or gachapon. And with the full scope of knowledge about how this system works, one will soon realize that at its core, Wonder Egg Priority is one of the scariest depictions of gacha that has ever been seen. Before I begin, this video will only cover the premise of Wonder Egg Priority and give away some character details about Ai Otto. I also highly recommend watching the first episode before this, but this video was created for anyone to watch, safe from most spoilers. So to sum Wonder Egg Priority up in a couple of sentences, 4 teenage girls are roped into a situation that has them purchasing Wonder Eggs from a gachapon machine. Upon going to sleep, they are transported to a world where cracking open a Wonder Egg reveals a human girl, whom they must protect from hordes of monsters and Wonder Killers. They do this because its overseers, Aka and Ura-Aka, promise that saving enough of them will bring back important people to them, who committed suicide for different reasons. On the surface, this seems really harmless. After all, you get to revive someone by protecting others in the dream world. Yet its roots in gacha are a major cause of concern given its connotation. Originally referring to capsule toys you got by placing money into a crank machine, gacha now encompasses a wide range of monetization systems often found in free-to-play or live service games. The most popular of them can be found in mobile games like Genshin Impact, Fate Grand Order, Arknights, and Fire Emblem Heroes. But the likes of Overwatch and NBA 2K feature alternatives in the form of loot boxes. Gacha is a lucrative business with monetization potential in the billions of dollars for the most successful ones, but there is significant concern about the ethics of gacha games overall. It is safe to argue that gacha is an inherently predatory business because they encourage players to spend in-game currencies to get characters and items, often profiting off a small group of people who spend big to get rewards. And the rest of us get to wither away in pain as we grind for in-game resources and shout from the rooftops when we don't pull our favorite characters. Trust me, I was a free-to-play Fire Emblem Heroes player for 3 years before I quit, and even then I felt tempted to spend money to get my favorite characters if I didn't have the orbs to get them. Thank God Intelligent Systems hasn't put Marianne in the game yet. Give me a second, guys. In essence, gacha games play on our unpleasant emotions to tempt us to invest time and money into the game. So how does this relate to Wonder Egg Priority? For starters, you need to spend money to get Wonder Eggs after the first free one, and there's technically no limits to how many you can get at a time. That in itself makes it ripe for purchasing more eggs than you can handle in the parallel world. The more people you try to save at a time, the more susceptible to injuries you become. So Ai and the girls are putting themselves at risk each time a Wonder Egg is purchased, in order to get a chance at bringing someone back from the dead. I emphasize my wording because that's exactly what it is, a chance. While Aka and Ura-Aka speak in affirmative terms, nowhere do they detail how this system works. Unlike most gacha games, Wonder Egg Priority does not disclose probabilities or numbers. In fact, it is never stated how many people our main cast needs to save in order to reach their goal. We definitely know that it's not 1, or the show would be over. Is it 10? 100? 1,000? Never? All we have is verbal assurance that saving enough people will do the trick. Given the information available or lack thereof, this sounds like a terrible gacha game, even for gacha games. Heck, at least I know in Genshin Impact, the 5-star pull rate starts at 0.6%, so I need to spend about $365 of my hard-earned monies to guarantee a 5-star Genshin character that may or may not be the 5-star I actually want. But believe it or not, Wonder Egg Priority's gacha is dangerously similar to an illegal form of it. In 2012, Japan's Consumer Affairs Agency deemed complete gacha, or kompu gacha, illegal because it resembled gambling too much and posed a threat to children under the age of 18. In short, a complete gacha promises a grand prize for completing a set of items or objectives. For our intents and purposes, the grand prize in Wonder Egg Priority is reviving a person, while the objectives are protecting the people who come from the Wonder Eggs. This definitely sends a shiver down my spine, and I'm willing to bet some of you feel the same way. Yet it does not erase a fundamental problem that is still baked into Wonder Egg Priority's gacha system, as well as many others. There is still a possibility. A possibility that you'll get the character you want, a possibility that you'll be luckier than the rest of your friends, a possibility that you can bring back someone you care about. That last one is the frightening part of Wonder Egg Priority, because it preys upon one's guilt, shame, and desire for human connection to keep Ai and her friends coming back for more eggs. Amidst the chaos and beauty of this show's production, it can fly over our heads that our characters are around the age of 14, one of the most tumultuous periods of a person's development as they begin navigating life as a teenager. It is clear that Ai was a bullying victim from a young age and had no close friends to speak of until she met Koito, the person that she's now trying so desperately to save. She's racked with grief and trauma to the extent that she stops going to school. She's left wondering why Koito ended her life, and struggling with the cruel dilemma that she played a part in that. I am fortunate enough to never had a friend who ended their life, but it does not take much to imagine how traumatizing such an event is for someone who has. And what is the solution that is presented to Ai and her friends? Spend real-life money to protect other people who took their lives and hold their own traumas that manifest in the form of wonder killers and bloodthirsty hordes that can injure them in the real world, with the mere hope that doing this enough will bring their friends back. I'm of two minds here. On one hand, this system is both horrifying and exploitative, leveraging the power of human connection in a manner that no gacha has ever managed to do. Our main cast might be immortal in this other world, but it doesn't take away from the brutality of their battles that leaves a strong sense of dread. But as the premise for a story, it also speaks to Wonder Egg Priority's genius. Just as the show tackles a host of societal issues within and outside Japan, gacha are no exception and form the core for the narrative to move forward. It is the catalyst for bringing the main cast together, a connecting tissue for its fantastical elements, and a source of great mystery. There's no telling how Wonder Egg Priority will play out to the end, regardless of where you currently are in the show, often leaving more questions than answers. But one thing remains clear: Wonder Egg Priority has one of the scariest gacha games ever conceived of, and it's one that will continue to keep me up at night more than I'd like to admit. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with friends, and subscribe to Sakamui if you want to see more content from me. All of this seriously helps the channel out with visibility, and I really want more people to see what makes Wonder Egg Priority special. Also feel free to leave your comments about the show below, with spoiler tags please, or any feedback you have for me. With that, I'm going to quit YouTube and use what I've learned about gacha games in this video to exploit as much money from unsuspecting players as possible. Or I'll just stick to making videos. Thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next video.